Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how I use my Facebook to brand myself, to sponsor, to host, get hostesses, and new customers. This is going to be kind of a lot about how I shared at Hoopla for the social media breakout, and I use Facebook in three ways. I have my personal Facebook, I have my Facebook business page, and then I have my VIP page. So I'm going to break it down really quickly, do a scan through of each page, how I use it, and then later on we can break down a little bit more into each one in detail. So let's start with our personal Facebook page first. So my personal Facebook page, I really use to brand myself and show how much fun I'm having. So my header at the top is all about the places where Keep has taken me and the friends Keep has given me. My profile picture is usually something fun like this, like a fun little video or one of my headshots from the Keep photographer. More than anything, you really just want to make sure that it's a good representation of you and who you are, and especially it's a nice clear picture that people can see you. And then the next part that I always mention to people whenever I'm training them about Facebook is this prime real estate right here. So when people visit your Facebook on a iPhone or iPad or a device, this is the first things they see. They see your header, they see your image, and then they see your intro right here. So this little intro here is just a way for them to get to know you. I feel like it's really important to kind of give them a few fun facts about you. So that way they already feel like they know you if they don't know you. So for me, I let them know that I'm a Keep designer, I'm a photographer, I love donuts, bracelets, and Britney Spears. And again, it's just a fun way for them to get to know you. But also if they have something in common with you, then they're like, oh my gosh, like she loves donuts, I love donuts. And so it's just a fun way for them to like already feel like they already know you, even though they don't. And then here you can link your Facebook business page. Now, a lot of people here will put Keep Collective. And the problem is if you link to the Keep Collective home office page, if someone wants to join your team and they click that Keep Collective home office page, and then they're on that page and they click go to the website, it's going to take them to the generic Keep website. So when they sign up, they're not going to sign up under you. Or if they want to host, they're not going to host under you. Or place an order, it's not going to be under you. It's going to just go to home office and then be given to a designer close to them in their area. So if they're not like your backdoor neighbor or something, like it's not going to go to you. So you want to make sure that you have your business page linked here so that it actually goes to your business page. And then here's just a fun little kind of a collage you can do of 4 images. Again, I like to just stick with the theme of what Keep has given me, where Keep has taken me. Here's a fun little, kind of like meaning friendship and show them Keep, and then a way for people to get a hold of me. Nowadays, everyone wants everything now, now, now. And so I want someone, if they are like, okay, I want to shop with her, I want them to know exactly where they need to go. It's like, okay, if I want to shop with her, boom, I'm going to her Facebook page and I'm going to be able to shop. If I want to message her, boom, I can message her, or here is my text, or here's my VIP group, or I can follow her. You want things to be super easy so that people don't have to like search around. There would be a send message thing here if this wasn't me, if this was like you looking at my page. But and so you want things to be all super easy for them to be able to reach out to you. And then over here is going to be your feed. So I like to keep it a mix of family life, funny stuff, very authentic, very who I am. The other day I ran out of gas, and so I used that as an opportunity to post about. And I do share Keep here as far as Keep's the product, but I do it in a way where it's not salesy. So actually, let me scroll down and see if I can find something really quickly. So here's me sharing Keep stuff, but it's got pictures of my kids, so it's not super Keepy. Let me show you actually what I'm talking about with my Keep of the Day post. So I usually try and do one Keep of the Day post a week. Okay, so here's the post I'm talking about. There we go. So I'm showing off, this is something new that was going to be coming out 2 days later, which is our new triple wrap. Instead of saying like, oh, look at our new triple wrap that's coming out in 2 days for this fall collection, message me about hosting, or post below if you want to host or whatever. I'm really just talking about why this bracelet is important to me, why those two names are on my wrist. And I'm really digging deep into my why. From this post, I had 2 girls join my team. Right after I posted this, I had a girl join that day. And then 3 days later, I met up with a designer who joined. It may not have necessarily been from this post, but both girls had said, I've been watching you, I've been watching what you're posting, watching what you're doing, and I finally just decided, like, I'm going to give it a shot. And so I feel like this post did have a lot to do with that. And so think about that. When you're posting your keep of the day on your Facebook, on your personal Facebook page, don't talk about what it is. Talk about why you're wearing it. Does that make sense? Always put your why in front of your what. And that's going to get you a lot more sales, a lot more customers, a lot more hostesses, a lot more designers if you're doing that. And then another quick tip of something I do. So I do share a lot of random things, and I go back through and delete them later. So this was something I talked about on August 2nd about my favorite show that I watch is going to be ending next year. And so you can go and you can hit hide from timeline. So that post is still out there. People can still see it if it pops up on their newsfeed, but it's not on your Facebook wall. And the reason why that's important is when someone who's a stranger comes to your Facebook wall, they don't want to have a bunch, and I'm sure you've seen it, like you've went to somebody's Facebook wall and it's full of like a bunch of stuff they've shared. Like they just share stuff over and over and over and over. And you're just like, oh my God, why are you sharing so much? So you want it to make sure, excuse me, like this is something I shared. So I'm going to hide this. People will still be able to see the post. They'll still be able to comment on it. It just isn't going to show up on my newsfeed. And so when people come to your page, it's not going to be all over, if that makes sense. This stuff that I'm selling, I'm going to hide that from my timeline. And so just kind of maybe once a week, every 2 weeks, go through and clean up your newsfeed. Anything that you've shared that's really not relevant at this time, go ahead and get that out of there and hide it. Anything that you feel like if a new designer came and they didn't necessarily need to see that, just keep it, get it off it. Like this, I just shared this about an hour ago. It's a cute story. I wanted to share the story, but if someone comes and they're wanting to get to know me on my Facebook, and that's the first thing they see, that's not really helping them get to know me. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that and get that off my timeline so that when they come, the first thing they're going to see is the cute little Jackson and Stephanie's post about how we had our meetup. Or they're going to scroll down and see all the birthday wishes I got, or scroll down and see my kids and then my posts. And so really make sure, like when you're posting, everything that you post, you have, it's very, like for me, everything I post on my personal Facebook, I have an intention behind it. There's a reason why I'm posting. I'm not just posting random things. There's a reason why I'm posting, because I want it to connect with someone. Okay, so let's talk VIP groups next, and then we'll skip ahead to business page. Let's go to VIP groups. So my VIP group, I'm trying to do better about being consistent in it because I'm not super consistent. I don't post every single day. I usually post in there 2 to 3 times a week, but I saw where I've been reading a lot of like stuff online that says you should really post in there every single day. So I am going to get better about that. Right now though, like I said, 2 to 3 times a week is about the most for me. And that also just depends on what's going on. When I was at Hoopla, I didn't post in that hardly at all because I was really busy. So here is my VIP page. Over the top, I hope that you guys can see that. You can change that. So see where it says my name. If you don't have a name or something there, and it's a bunch of numbers, you can go into your settings right here and you can change that to your name or whatever you want to call it. You just can't use the words keep, collective, KC, keepers, keeping, anything with those like words in it. Live happy is fine, your name is fine, anything like that. You just can't use any of those words. And if you're not sure, message me or comment below and I can let you know if those words are okay. And they're also in the PMP if you want to check. So really my focus in my VIP group is booking and selling. I am allowed to be more salesy in here because people have asked to be here. They've asked to be here because they've either purchased something or they've hosted or they want to purchase something. So the post that I'm talking about, hey, a sale is going on, or hey, we have new product coming out, that's going to be all in here because I feel like once they ask to join, that's giving me permission to be a little more salesy with them. And so all of those posts are in here. I don't post these on my Facebook wall. Now, every once in a while, if there's something that's just too good to be true, I may post on my Facebook wall. Like when Disney was coming out, I did post that on my Facebook wall because I just knew that there were people who were going to love Disney who weren't in my VIP group because they hadn't bought Keep yet. And so I wanted to make sure I connected with those people. Same with MLB. When MLB came out, I posted about that on my personal Facebook page because I knew that there were going to be people who purchased MLB Charm who didn't purchase Keep in the past because they never really liked Keep before or wasn't interested, but because it had their team charm, they were going to be interested. And so those kind of posts, now these kind of posts I would share on my Facebook wall, but anything like that looks marketing type, I don't like this. I don't normally share on my Facebook wall. And so really here, I'm just trying to book and sell. Those are my two main goals in this group. If you're on my first line and you're not in my VIP group, you can request to be added and I will add you there. I don't normally add anyone on my second or line below because you guys can join your upline's VIP. And if they're just following off of what I'm doing, then you can watch what they're doing. But if your upline doesn't have a VIP page or your upline is not active, feel free to message me and ask if you can, if it's okay if you join for a couple weeks to check out to see what I'm doing, and I'm totally happy to do that. And then once you feel comfortable, then I'll go ahead and kick you out. The reason why I do that is because you want to make sure that the people you have in your VIP group are actual customers who are shopping and hosting, because the more people that you have in your VIP group that aren't active and posting or commenting or participating, then it really hurts just like the viewership and the attendance and stuff. And people won't see the posts. I don't know, I can never say the word, but like Facebook's algorithm, is that the word? It just like the way that it works. So if I have a bunch of people in my Facebook group who aren't active and who aren't doing anything, then it's going to hurt people seeing my posts. So I try not to keep anyone in it who's not actually a customer or hostess. And that goes for regular people as well. If someone asks to join my group and they're in there for a few months, and they don't necessarily do anything in there, then I will probably kick them out. Or if I have people add others to my group and that person doesn't necessarily didn't ask to come in there, then I may, reach out to them and be like, hey, I saw Susie added you to my VIP group. Listen, if you don't want to be in there, it's totally cool. I can remove you. I don't want you to be somewhere where you don't want to be. Because you don't want anybody in there who feels like, oh gosh, I got added to another group without my permission. And so you want to make sure the people that you're adding here actually want to be here. And something else that's important too is when you're doing your design sessions, whether it's in person or online, you want to make sure that every single customer, every single person that was at that party who participated gets into your VIP group. So if you're at an in-home and you're sitting there with your hostess and you're like, oh my gosh, by the way, you need to get all of your friends in my VIP group because we have something new coming out next month and they're going to love it. And either have her add them, or if they're still sitting there, have them be like, get your phones out right now. Let's get you added before we forget, and have them go ahead and join right then. And same with online. Make sure your hostess is either adding them or make sure your hostess is messaging them and giving them the link to get added. Or if you're following up with them, which you should be doing, then in your follow-up, make sure they know that you want them to join your VIP group because you have something new coming out every single month and you know that they're going to love it and you want to stay in touch with them. And that way, when those events are over, because once they're over, they close, then even if you go post in them, they're not going to get those notifications. And so that way you can stay in contact with them at all times. Okay, so let's talk Facebook business page. So the way that I use my Facebook business page, my goal in it is to reach people that I don't know exist, and for people to be able to find me because they don't know that I exist. So think of it as yellow pages. Like back in the day, you had a phone book, and if you wanted to book a florist or a photographer or a plumber, you would go to your phone book, you would open your phone book, and you would go to the yellow pages, and you would go to plumber or florist or photographer or whatever. And so think of that this way, because when you create your business page, you can create categories. And those categories is how people are going to be able to find you. So you can put it under jewelry, fashion accessories, entrepreneurship, tons of different stuff you can put. And then that way, if someone is looking for that specific thing, then your page is going to pop up if they're in your area. Or if they're looking at other pages with similar categories, then your page is going to pop up because they're going to think, oh, well, if she likes this, then maybe she'll like this too. Or also because you're in their area. So if it's just someone looking for something in their area, then it's going to pop up because you're in their community. So really quick, there's a gazillion things that I could show you on the Facebook business page. And we do not have enough time to go over all of that. So I'm just going to give you a few quick tips on things that I do. And then I will do a separate video in a couple weeks that breaks down how to set up your business page, how to basically set it all up to where you can do all of these cool features, and then just dive in a little deeper on some of the features. So first, let's talk about a few things. One, let's talk about groups. You can actually link your VIP group here, which is pretty cool. So people will be able to come here and join. So if they do find this page first, if they didn't find you through Instagram or didn't find you through your personal Facebook page, then they're still able to join your join your VIP group. And then you can also do services. So services are things that you offer. So for someone who necessarily doesn't know what Keep Collective is, they come here and they're like, oh, look, it's bracelets. It's called Keep Collective. I don't understand. And they can look at my services and see, like, okay, so you can have an in-home design session, you can have a cheers and charms, you can have drinks and design, a 30-minute Facebook party. And then I am really big into sponsoring. Like, I want to sponsor all of the people, so I have new designer training there because I want to let them know, like, hey, if this looks like fun and you want to do this too, then I'm going to be there to train you every step of the way to make sure that you know, whatever your definition of success is, I'm going to get you there. And then you've got photos, videos, which is similar to basically on your Facebook page. And then a really other cool feature is, where's my shop? There it is, shop. So you can use your shop a couple different ways. One, you could put looks together and you could offer those looks. I'll show you really quick. And it's very similar to how we do our gallery online. So for instance, this right here, like if somebody is a Cardinals fan, you could put looks together and you could put them in categories. So you could take your favorite 10 mom looks, right? Like your favorite 10 mom looks that you think, whatever, like look the best, that are your favorite. And you can put them in a category. And so that way when you're at a design session, either online or in person, you can say, oh, wait, your mom, let me show you my top 10 mom looks. And you can send them to that link and they can look. And so if they want to shop, they can just click on it and they can click check out our website, and it's going to send them directly to this charm with this keeper right on my website. It has the price right here. They can click it and check out within minutes. And so you could do it that way, or you could do it by item. So for instance, let me go back to shop. So I have right here, there we go. I have right here the Disney collection, so I can see everything that is in our Disney collection, every single piece. Down here, June Collector's Edition, which I need to change because some of this stuff is sold out. July Collector's Edition. And then let me show you why that part is really cool. So if you go back to your page, and let's say you're going to upload a picture. Let me show you a picture that I uploaded recently. Should have got water. So if you're going to upload a picture of something, and you can actually tag what items are in the picture so that they can easily check out if they see something you like. Have you ever like been shopping online or on Facebook and you see something you want and you're just like, I need that. I want that right now. And then you go to like click the their link on their website and then you have to search through all their products to find it. So let's say it's a dress. So then you go to dress and they're like, well, is it a maxi? Is it a short dress? Is it this? And you're like, I don't know. It's a freaking dress. Like, I just want that dress. It's so frustrating. And then you get aggravated. Well, our website is that times a million, right? Like you see a picture of a bracelet and you're like, I want that exact bracelet. And then you go to the website. Well, then you have to find the bracelet. Well, was it leather? Was it this? Was it that? Well, then you got to find the charms. Well, then you have 500 charms to search through. And it's really overwhelming. So this way you can share a picture of an item. So here's a tote and it has a engravable bar with 2 chevrons. And then you can tag what's in that picture. So if somebody sees this and they're like, they read it, and they're like, oh my gosh, this tote's 50% off. I want that tote. They can literally come in here and click keep tote. And again, it's going to pull it right up and you're going to be able to check on our website. They want to add the engravable to it, click the engravable. Want to add the chevron, click the chevron. Super, super easy to do. And same with the video. If you want to post a video of yourself showing off, let's say you're showing off the collector's edition, and it's you and you're talking about each item and you're showing it off and you post that video, again, you can tag all the items in the video. So while they're watching that video, if they're like, oh my gosh, I have to have that, they can just come down here, scroll through, find what they want, click on it, and check out. It's really cool. I think that's all let me show you events too. I actually do all my design sessions in events in this page. They're all public, so that is something to keep in mind. If your hostess isn't comfortable having their event public, then you might want to stick to your personal page. My hostesses don't seem to mind. I've been doing it this way for 2 years, and so I haven't had any problem. The cool thing is too, sometimes because if you have a location, if you put a location in, then if someone in that area, like, I don't know if you've ever been like on Facebook and it's like events in your area. So it'll pop up and say like, this is an event in your area. And so I've had a lot of random orders from strangers that I didn't know, but that popped up in their events. They clicked on it, they started scrolling around, and then they're like, oh, maybe I want to buy something. And they ended up purchasing through a design session. They didn't even know me or the hostess. And so that's how I always do my design sessions. And again, you can come back here and see all of your past ones. And they will show up on your Facebook feed there as well. and you'll be able to see your events on here as well. And that's a good idea too if you're doing your meetups and stuff. Make sure you're putting those on there as well. There's Christine. It has upcoming events as well. All right, guys. So again, there are like a gazillion more things I can show you on your Facebook business page, but those are the main ones right now that I would suggest playing around with and practicing and seeing if you like. And then later on, like I said, I'll do a Zoom that digs a little bit deeper. So I hope that helps you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this little training tip. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Bye.